Hello!
Hi.
Welcome to the 20th episode of the Glovecast.
Yes. Welcome all nerds. Nerds only, okay? So if you're not a nerd, I have to tell you to leave.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, what's going on with you in your life?
I don't
Nerdy
know.
Dana, certified nerd.
Just stuff.
Just stuff.
I had 3 tests this week, so that was fun.
Oh, man.
But
yeah.
I had one socials test.
Report cards?
Those were a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, we just got ours now.
I had one socials test, so it has all these normal questions. But then there's been this sort of argument going on in class of, I think it's whether Batman or Captain America would win in a fight. And, so that's been going on. And our teacher has really strongly been arguing that, like, literally any superhero ever could beat, Batman. So, one of the questions on our test was, who could beat Batman in a fight? A fuzzy kitten. Literally any superhero ever. Or a puppy.
All of the above.
Or all of the above. So, I just went with all of the above.
That's really funny. I like that teacher.
Just one of the questions on our test. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything. Like, he probably just left it out of the actual scores.
He should put it like a 0.5 at least.
Don't think he could do that.
Yeah, I guess not. I remember one of my socials teachers from like 9th grade had like bonus points for like he had like personal questions on there that he would mention, like, what's my dog's name? And it would like be bonus points. If you answered them correctly.
Yeah, it's just because we had superhero day on Wednesday. So like,
oh boy.
Maybe 10 people dressed up as superheroes?
Maybe 10. I like when they do that, but it is really a shame when, like, literally no one
But, like, superheroes are kind of hard to dress up as.
Yeah,
you don't
just
already
get a cape.
But you had to dress up as a specific recognizable superhero.
That's lame.
And it's like, that doesn't really, like, either you have the stuff already, or you have to buy stuff. It's like,
what if you just have, like, you have just like a Superman S-tee or something. You just have a Batman logo tee. You could just wear that.
No one really did that. Some kids had the Incredibles logo taped to a red shirt.
That's not bad.
There was at least 3 guys in my class. There might have been more, but there was at least 3 dressed up as Superman. But they were all dressed up in the same exact costume. And I only saw 2 of them at a time. But there might have been, and there were at least 3, because I saw 3 different people, but there might have been more, and I just didn't realize.
Wouldn't it be funny if you just dressed up as, like, Clark Kent? Does that count?
I don't know, maybe.
I guess he's not. Clark Kent isn't a superhero.
But yeah.
Well, you know, it's not bad.
So yeah, a couple kids dressed up as superheroes.
Superman wouldn't go to school, though. He would wear his disguise. If Spiderman goes to school, doesn't he? I don't know. Is Spider-Man a high schooler?
Yep.
He is in most things, right?
In most iterations, at the beginning, he is a high schooler. Sometimes he grows out of it by the end, but
yeah.
In most, I think in all the iterations, he starts out as a high schooler.
A while ago, I watched the Spider-Man 1. Not Spider-Man 2, the one everyone likes, but Spider-Man 1. It's pretty cheesy.
Yeah.
Like the movie. Like the 2002 or
Yeah, that one. It's just not... Yeah, it's real cheesy.
It's really cheesy, but it's kind of good. Like, in some parts because of the cheesiness.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the end, they literally had a Nickelback music video or something.
That's great.
It was literally at the end of the VHS, like, Nickelback. They did that with the Jimmy Neutron VHS, too. Like, you get this music video for, We're the Kids in America. You know that song?
Yep.
Of course you do, from Just Dance.
Yes, of course. But yeah.
It's from Just Dance. It's so funny.
It really dates a movie when they have a music video thing at the end, you know?
Yeah, and like with a DVD at least, like it's like special features usually, but you know, it's pretty funny that just like knowing that a movie Like, that's useless to us now to have, like, a music video available.
That used to be such a thing, showing music videos on TV and on the ends of movies and whatever.
Yeah.
And now it's like... doesn't
Because
matter.
there's no reason for it. Even in cinemas, like, we went to see that weird... Oh, yeah, we should talk about the movie we saw.
Oh yeah,
What did we even see?
Robin Hood. We saw Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. At the end, like, everyone leaves the cinema before, like, the freaking flashy credits are even over. I don't...
Yeah.
Your mom left, but, like, I don't get that because they're trying so hard to make you stay for the credits, you know? They're giving, like, a flashy animation and all that. And people still don't stay.
Nope, people don't stay for the credits.
And, like, there used to be, like, a music video. Yeah, no way someone's staying there. There's just, like, no reason.
Yeah,
I guess...
I always have to look up, like, after credit scenes online after I watch a movie, because my mom always refuses to stay through the credits.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of get it, but, like, not at the same time, because, you know, it's like 3 minutes of your time. Like, give the people who made the movie, like, a second of your time, you know?
But yeah, we watched that movie.
It's like the least you can do.
It was very gory, but that was chill.
I don't even remember it being that gory, because it was all fake gore, right?
Yeah. It wasn't necessary. It was very violent. Special. And it was like...
Yeah, it was pretty violent. Some of it was cool.
A lot of people like, getting shot by arrows.
I don't know, when I watch violent movies like that, I just kind of zone out in the fight scenes. Like, when I watch anime too, it's just like, it doesn't interest me, so I just kind of forget it happened.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's a fight scene now.
Yeah, it's just a fight scene. I'm just kind of like looking at it, just watching it, and I'm not really thinking about anything. I don't know, some people really like action, and they're like, go get him, or whatever, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
I can never really get into that. I guess I sort of get it with video games, like competitive video games, wanting to see a team win, but like then again, not really, because people are still gonna just do like, I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of cool.
But yeah, I don't really. It's like whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching a fight in real life. That's why people like it.
I don't like with. But I watch a lot of movies that have like the action movies, but I don't watch them for the action. I watch them for like I want an action movie with good character development. That's what I want. Yeah,
me too. I watch things for characters mostly.
But I like the characters developing through action like type of thing often. But then I don't like an action movie that is just an action movie. I do not like. Like, one of my least favorite things in movies is when they cover up shitty writing with just an unreasonable amount of gore and violence.
That was definitely the Robin Hood movie, though. And the character was, like, really flawed, and he wasn't really, like, developed very well, but they covered up with, like, him seemingly doing cool things and, like, helping people when, you know... It's not really that good. None of the characters really make sense in that movie.
No, it was just...
Like, what comes to mind is, like, his girlfriend's, like, new lover or whatever. They made him evil, but it's like he literally wasn't evil. He literally just has different political views, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't they just work together? And he died.
He didn't die.
He was, like, stabbed, and then he becomes evil for the sequel or whatever.
Yep. I mean, they had to do that some way, I guess, because the sheriff is supposed to have an obsession with being in love with the girl. So that it makes sense in that aspect that they wanted to put that in.
Keep it the same, yeah.
But like, also, it was just like, why is he becoming evil? The new evil character, like.
Yeah, like he was fine. You know?
Yeah, it's like...
He was totally fine. Like, I thought it was kind of cool. I liked the idea when he was first introduced that maybe, like, Robin Hood would have to deal with this. He'd have to, like, get over it. You know, but...
Work together with someone who has different ideas of how it should be done.
Like, that would also be interesting.
But yeah, no, they just, like, he did, like, convince him, but he convinced him, like... really shoddily, like, okay, all of a sudden he's agreeing. And then they went through the battle, And then the girl kissed Robin Hood, and he saw and got really upset. And so now he's evil.
Yeah, that's basically how it happened. It was just kind of like, oh man, I hate you because you kissed this squirrel. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe the girl was kind of a consistent character. She was kind of good. Better than Robin Hood was a really weird character.
Yeah, he didn't want to be there. It seemed like.
Yeah. And then sometimes you think he wants to do it for the people, but then sometimes near the end of the movie he's still no, I just want this girl. He's making out with her, and it's yeah, this is what I want. I don't care about anyone else.
Yeah, it's a weird back and forth between I want to help the people and I don't give a shit about the people. Except for the ones that are important to me. I don't want those ones to die, but everyone else, I don't really care.
Yeah, he lets people die, when he's doing his cool shit at the end of or whatever, he, knocks out a bunch of people without even really thinking about it. That's why he needs the other guy, I guess.
But
What's
it's
his name, Dawn?
He's just not worried about, anything except for those, 3-4 people he cares about. And everyone else,
he doesn't let people get close to him either.
But, he has those, couple people he cares about. And then there's everyone else that it's Robin Hood, you're helping the poor and what. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, is that what he was like in the original myth?
I don't know. I don't know what the, I know these myths always get so distorted, so I don't know what the original myth is.
I'm kind of curious, what? It's like a book, isn't it, Robin Hood?
I mean, there's been books,
cool.
There's
the
been
English
movies.
Is probably extremely difficult to understand, but
there's a whole bunch of folklore with it and whatever, so I don't know where it started.
There's the Disney Robin Hood too.
Yeah, there's tons and tons of Robin Hoods. I don't know what the original was, and I don't know what the original was like, really. So
yeah, me neither. And there's this new one that just came out that was definitely, pandering to people nowadays.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's from the 13th century. Oh, was it a song? It might have been a ballad. That's kind of interesting. And then all this stuff just came out of it.
Yep.
And it plays, and it's still going.
Yeah, they just made a new one, so.
Yeah, there's the Disney one. There was the animated one, and there was a live-action Disney one too.
Yeah.
Oh God. It's freaking crazy.
Freaking crazy.
I don't even want to figure it out because there's just too many Robin Hoods.
So many Robin Hoods.
The one we watched was
It was fine. But yeah, anything else happened this week?
Anything else? I didn't really watch. I played some Smash Bros. Oh, the new Smash Bros. Is coming out.
Oh yeah, it came out.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but I'm gonna play it tomorrow with my friend.
Well, William plans to buy it, but he tried to buy it yesterday, but he went to Willow Video, and they don't sell consoles. They don't sell new consoles. They only sell old consoles. Yeah. So he was I need to buy a Switch first. So we might end up going to Best Buy or something.
That's cool. So then I guess we'll play that if William gets it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over for Christmas, so for a week.
And then
it's gonna be good. I don't really care that much about it. I really cared about Smash 4 when I was younger. When it came out, that was super exciting. But Smash 5, it's yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I don't really want to Switch. If my friends have it, I'll play it.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. But I never really liked Smash Bros.
I still really like Smash Bros, but I can just play the ones I have, and I haven't even been playing it that much.
I've never been the biggest fan of Smash Bros. I enjoy playing it, but I'd never be the one to start as I'd never say, oh, let's go play Smash Bros. It's more you guys say, let's go play Smash Bros. And I just grab a controller as well.
Yeah, it's good though because it's easy to just play it and then quit if you want and then start playing again. It's not you have to commit to like playing the game the entire time.
Yeah.
How many players do you think we had, like, the most players?
7,
We
I
had,
think.
like... Yeah, we had, like... We never had the full 8, I don't think. We had, like, a controller with your foot or something.
That was the one time we were trying to make all the Nesses say, okay.
Okay.
Like, all 8 Nesses saying, okay.
Yeah, and it was just me and Dana.
And William.
William was there, yeah. We had the controller.
We had
The
all of the
gamepad
controllers
controller.
we can get from both your house and my house. And then we had the DSs. And that managed to make 8 controllers. But then we didn't have 8 hands. So we both had a thing in each hand. And then and then 2 of us were using our foot to do the third one.
I think we had 5 Wii Remotes. Because I have 2, and then I left 4 with you because you seem to use more. Even though 3 of them were mine, 3 of them were yours, I think.
We had 4 originally, though.
Yeah, you had one that's like probably lost somewhere. I always had 3 controllers.
So it has to make 8, and there was only like 2 DSs.
Yeah, we had 2 3DSs and 5 Wii Remotes, and then the gamepad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what it was.
But yeah, that was... Wait, no, William didn't have a
was great.
3DS yet. So it would have been the 1DS.
1DS, and I guess we had another Wii Remote.
Because I have 4, you have 3. So,
Yeah.
that and the gamepad.
I can't believe we found all of the Wii Remotes.
One of them was missing for so long. But that's just because it was sitting on top of the Wii U, and it was black, and the Wii U was black, and we didn't see it. But it was missing for like 6 months.
That's so funny. That's hilarious.
It's really dumb. But yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that's like something that would happen in your house, in your basement specifically. Like, where are the Wii Remotes? Like, sometimes it's like, crap, where are they? But then you like look in your view and you see like 5.
Yeah.
Like, it's like one of those games, you know, where you click and you have to click on the item. But there's so much crap in the way, so it's difficult to see them.
Yeah, I feel like we should have noticed it, but the main problem is it's so dark in that room.
Yeah.
So a black thing on another black thing that are made of the same material just sort of blend together. Because you can't really see shadows that well. Because there's the one lights in the room that only go to like half of the room, and the other half is from the window light, and like those are under the TV. So then there's like shadow over all of it. So it's just really hard to see. We need better lighting in that room.
Yeah, you really do. You tried with that colorful lamp.
Yep, we turn it on sometimes, but yeah, I would like a better just roof light, but nope. It's just
I don't know if it'll be worth it if you guys are gonna move, though.
No, we're not going to do anything. We just don't like to... We just get annoyed at it, but we're not gonna do anything about it. That's too much work.
Dang, yeah, I know people like that. It's interesting. I mean, changing the lighting is really difficult, but you could buy a lamp, like a standing up lamp or something.
And we have a standing up lamp.
But it's still kind of short. Like, if you got a tall one from, like, a key or whatever.
It is tall. Like, you don't get much taller of a lamp than... We don't have it set that tall, because it's bendy, so we have it set down so it can go where we want it. But it can go quite tall, that's not particularly useful.
I guess it's a big room, too, so you need, like, 3 lamps to light the whole thing up.
And they'd have
like
some of the lamps would have to be in the middle of the room, and we don't really want to do that. So that's a bit dumb.
It's set up kind of weird too. Your room, like you have that wooden thing, so you can't really put anything against that wall.
For a long time, we had a lamp
that wall.
We had a lamp that did hang from the ceiling that we used.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It had a cool lampshade.
It was so ugly.
I like it. It's cool.
The lampshade had holes in it.
Yeah,
from where we had broken it. That was not design.
Broken it, yeah.
That was just broken lampshade.
How did you do that? Was there like an electrical outlet on the ceiling or something and an extension cord?
there was an electric outlet where we plug in the gamepad.
Oh yeah, the one.
And it just hung down from the ceiling. And
oh yeah, kind of like a.
It had that metal chain over it, and that would get in our way sometimes, and it was annoying.
That's such a medieval lamp design. It's cool. Like, you think about, like, medieval lanterns are like that with the chain.
Yeah, that was already there when we bought the house. Like, we didn't put that there.
Yeah, I can tell. That's, like, older in the 70s, those types of lamps.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, eventually, I think we took it down because it was dangerous.
Yeah!
Like, it was getting old and, like, a fire hazard.
It was already old when you got that.
I mean, yes, but, like, it was becoming a fire hazard, so we stopped using it.
That's probably good. You can deal with the darkness.
It's fine. It's really, like, when it's daytime, that room's fine, because it has such nice big windows.
It has a big window, yeah.
That are facing, like, the south side.
And you can enter the house through them, too, like, if you don't have the keys.
If you can get Chisa to knock the stick out of the way, then yes, you can.
That's good for you. I've heard you do that a few times.
Because we always keep it fully locked, because it is so easy to enter through there. But yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
It's chill. But yeah.
It's a chill room.
I often will, like, pass because we don't let Chisa go out of the front door, but sometimes I'll let him go outside through the window. Because it's not like we're ever going outside through the window. So if, like the other day, William was out, and Mom was outside, and I wanted to join them in the front yard. And I was already in the front yard. But then I wanted to take Chisa because he was whining at the window.
Yeah.
So, but then I didn't. He's impossible to get all the way around the house. So I just passed him through the window to William. And then we sat with him in the front yard.
I see.
Chisa likes going for his walks.
Yeah, he's gotten better at them. I gave him a walk with you the other day.
Yeah.
And he doesn't just, like, sit the entire time.
He still sits a lot, but, like, not the entire time.
Yeah.
He goes and smells things and pees on bushes. He doesn't really go anywhere, but with William, he always goes with William to the front yard. It's like, I want to go to the front yard, but he only ever really goes there with William, and I don't get why.
Well, he goes with you because he loves you.
But, like, I want to go on an adventure. He always takes William on an adventure.
Oh, I see.
He likes being walked by William better, I think.
He knows that you're, like, really close with him. You're not going to let him jump onto the neighbor's fence. Or whatever.
That was a problem. He did jump over the neighbor's fence one time, and William started texting me to help him.
Help!
But yeah, he likes being walked by William better. Because William's more easy to, like, I will kind of want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to follow Chisa over everything. And William will just kind of keep following Chisa. So Chisa likes him better.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to do that with my dog, and now she's kind of used to that.
You have to do that with a cat. You can't do anything else.
Yeah, like, now she expects to, like, go her own way sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So she's really bad at just, like, following the person walking her. So it'd be really bad if we hired someone to walk her. Because we were not here, and she didn't know them. She would straight up not walk with them.
Yeah. That wouldn't work so well.
Does she walk with you?
Yeah, I walk with Rainbow. She walks just fine with me.
She likes you, though. She knows you.
She was always very excited to see me, which made it very hard to put her harness on.
Yes. She's still like that. Very excited.
She says so much easier to put the harness on, because she says, like, okay, I'll just sit here now. And then I put the one around his neck. And then I can just sort of lift him up and put the one around his stomach. And he's just like, okay, this is fine. It's really nice. He's so chill about it.
Cats, dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go visit the cat store?
I did on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Do they have any new kittens?
And mostly they had bigger cats.
Yeah? So those other ones we saw a while ago got like adopted?
Yeah.
That's good.
Those ones are all out. But yeah, they had a couple kittens, but mostly there was this really friendly bigger cat who I opened.
Yeah, the bigger cats are adorable too,
though. Yeah, I really like bigger cats. They're just harder to carry around, so I usually just pet them in the cage. I opened the door, and all of a sudden, she was climbing up my shirt. So it's like, okay, I guess I'll hold this one. That was really cute.
I like to hold them all.
She was being really snuggly. There was this really nice, big, fluffy one, but it was so big, I couldn't get him out of the cage. Like, I couldn't get a good enough handle on him to pick him up, so I just pet him in the cage. But he was so sweet. He liked giving kitty kisses.
Aww.
And they kind of hurt, but it was so cute.
So much better than doggy kisses.
Mm-hmm.
Doggy kisses are gross, but they're adorable.
Kitty kisses are more like being rubbed by sandpaper.
Yeah, their tongues are really cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just
clean themselves.
Just giving kisses. It was very cute.
Yeah.
Very fluffy kitty. Like fluffier than Chisaw.
Wow, I didn't think that was possible. Chisaw's so fluffy.
But
how was he doing?
There was one kitten that ended up sleeping on my lap. That was cute. Very cute kitten.
Yeah, that is cute.
Yeah.
Your cat is doing good. We were just talking about his walks. His walks are good.
Yep.
But how is he with, like, the inside world?
Fine, I guess.
Yeah. He still wants to go outside. I don't know if that'll ever change.
No, he likes outdoors. If we don't take him for his walks, he will pee on everything. But other than that, it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's fine. I believe he's still sleeping on my bed right now. But I can't actually see him, so I don't know. He was when I started the podcast.
He ain't here anymore.
I feel like it's
Sometimes
quite likely.
Sometimes he comes to visit you for the podcast.
Because the bed is like the closest he can be to me during the podcast. Because I'm not letting him in here. And I closed the door to this room.
You have a little...
I'm beside the wall to my bed. You? There's a hole in the wall that goes under my bed.
You can pass little pens through and stuff.
Yeah. It's great.
That is really cool. It's an interesting... Your house has a lot of things like that. Where you can, like, access one room from a tiny hole to the other one.
It's so cold in here.
Yeah? I guess I haven't been in there.
The door is always closed, and the heater doesn't reach over here. So we've always, like, for my whole life, it's just been warmed up by leaving the door open and letting the air from, like, the living room come in.
Yeah.
Because the heater can't tell if this room is cold or not. There's no temperature in it. And it's just with the heat from the rest of the house. So it will just cool down the rest of the house and the heater will kick in and bring it back up. But with the door always closed, it doesn't happen. So it's just really cold. So I'm under a blanket.
My room in Abbotsford too, like, it's freezing cold, and the heater doesn't work. And that's about it.
The heater generally works, just not for this room, because it was an extension, and the heater wasn't built. It wasn't made to get all the way here, because this room was originally just a closet, and then they added like an entire room to it. But yeah.
Yeah, but like the vent, there's like one vent in my room, and it doesn't go anywhere. Barely even gets anything out of it because it's like under the bed.
So yeah, it doesn't. This room too. It has one vent. It's a massive room for one vent, and and the vent is so far away from the heater that it doesn't really do anything.
Same with my room. And here, like in my house, and also newer houses, what are those things called? Are they furnaces? Like, you know, it's a long stick, a long thing. It's
a furnace.
A furnace. They're way more efficient. They're way more efficient, like, compared to vents.
They're this...
Totally get why we changed.
The furnace is the furnace and vents are kind of connected.
No, but like, you know, in like newer houses.
Oh, those type of heaters.
Yeah.
The ones that are just attached to the wall and not actually, like, vented through the house.
Yeah.
Those are totally different, and they're not
They're
a
like
new thing.
electric.
They're not a new thing at all, though.
No, but like probably newer than heating systems.
It's barely.
I would think.
Their design
Heaters?
they're just a different design. They're designed to heat one room versus an entire house.
Yeah.
And so, like, the vent heating is designed to heat your whole house, make it all the same temperature. Doesn't do that great always, but that's what it's designed to do. That type of heating is to heat one room, so it can also be more efficient for that, but it is much more of a fire risk. And so that's why some people choose to have vents instead of that. Like, they're not necessarily newer. They're generally for bigger buildings. Because then you can either bigger buildings, or if you want to add heating that wasn't originally built into the house. But yeah, they're more of a fire risk. So
that's true.
That's why it's a choice whether to have them, despite them often saving some money and sometimes working better. But yeah,
they do a better job at heating it up, but like with a vent system, you can put stuff. You can put like furniture on top of the vent. It doesn't like burn your house down.
Mm-hmm. It's maybe not advisable, but you can do it.
Yeah, but like with these, if you put like clothes or just like one blanket in front of it, it kind of like it makes your room start smelling like it's on fire. You know, that can't be good.
And also, you can burn yourself on those. You can't burn yourself on a vent.
Yeah, because it's not. Like, the heat isn't concentrated right there.
Exactly. So it's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't really want one of those type of heaters in, like, a kid's room, you know?
Yeah, I did when I was young, and I remember, like, constantly putting my blankets there, and it was, like, not... My mom having to tell me to move them.
Exactly. It's not exactly the most safe solution. It's generally safe. And that's why it's used. But, like, there's a reason why it's not always used. But
but, like, we had those in some rooms, and then a vent system, like, in the downstairs, but, like, in the upstairs, we had heaters like that, so it was, like, both.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it's different ways. You know?
Yeah.
They both make sense.
Yeah,
but for, like, large buildings, like schools will have different types of heating systems, obviously. My current school doesn't use that kind, but my last school did use those kinds of those types of heaters that you have. And that's because it's a big building. You don't want to heat the entire building if you're not using a classroom. And teachers want their classrooms to be different temperatures.
Yeah. So. I find that with rooms. Like, I don't like to put the heat downstairs because I have all the cables there, but I like to put up in my room, you know?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's different situations. It's different what you want. Depends what kind of heater you would get. But it's also really hard to put in vents and things if they weren't originally designed into the house. You know?
Yeah. Because it's a lot of work.
It's very hard to add them. So that's another reason why people who didn't originally have vents and things will have those instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's whatever. I like our vents. I wouldn't particularly want one of those kinds of heaters because I feel like I would burn something down.
Yeah, because you have so much stuff in your room, but it would motivate you to like clean up a bit.
It probably wouldn't.
Maybe. Well, it would force you to throw things, at least, to a different part of the room.
Yeah, that's all it would do. It would just make a little barrier of protection around one spot. That's all it would do. But yeah.
I don't know what type of heating system my school has. I've never really looked at it. I think they have a boiler room.
I mean, that's pretty normal. You have to have the furnace either way, no matter what kind of heater you have.
Yeah.
You need it to heat the water.
Boil the water.
I don't think they generally actually boil the water, because that would be a bit too hot.
That's definitely too hot.
Yeah.
Just heating it up a bit.
My school, that's one of the reasons why it's like we should just build a new school, because it's cheaper to just do that than fix all of the problems with the heating and cooling system.
Yeah, but then again, for the environment, maybe it's better to keep the old school.
What?
I don't know. For the safety of the students, it's like better to build a new school. But for the environment, maybe it's better to keep the old school.
Not necessarily, because like the old heating uses so much more fuels and energy and things, you know?
Yeah, that's true, but I guess you've already destroyed like the surrounding environment by building the school in the first place, so like destroying something on that place isn't really gonna change anything.
Yeah, it's just taking down a building and sticking a new one up.
Are they still gonna upgrade your school?
They still plan to. I don't know, because they keep changing when this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
So it might happen
really crappy.
Like the middle of this school year, or it might be next year. And I don't know. I'm hoping for next year, because then I won't be there. But yeah.
Do you think you'll ever come visit your school?
Possibly.
Like, you have friends that are still going here after you graduate. You go visit them.
Yeah, but they probably won't be there for that long. And then it's like, I don't really, like, I'd like to visit my friends, but not necessarily at the school.
Yeah, I feel you. I kind of think that way sometimes. It's like, I want to go to my other school, but it's not that great to go to school, because, like, they're in class anyway, and you don't want class.
Like, I'll go to things like their graduation I would go to. But, like, meh, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I have a friend who, she always shows up after school and, like, hangs out with us. But, like, it's just, like, I don't think I'll be the type of person to do that.
I might, like, once in a while. It would be a cool experience, but I don't think it would be that fun. I would much rather hang out with them outside of school.
Exactly.
Yeah, but sometimes it's difficult to get a hold of people.
Yeah, but, like, I don't think I'd want to go to school to see the, once I'm out and living in a different city and all that. Like,
yeah, going all the way back.
It just, like, I want to hang out with them, but I don't want to just come after school to hang out with them. Because one, I have no assurance they're actually going to be there. Two, like,
that's true.
They're busy. So yeah, it's like, that doesn't seem like the best solution, unless, like, my one friend who shows up often, she lives, like 15-minute walk away from the school, so it's not that hard to just show up after school ends to come say hi, you know?
Yeah, it's like an hour walk, though.
15-minute walk, not 15-minute drive. It's like a 3-minute drive.
Oh, 15-minute walk. You gotta pronounce your ends. I think we had this problem in the last podcast, too. 15. 50. You gotta produce
15.
Some,
I'm saying my ends. You're just not hearing them. If you were looking at my face, you would see the N motion.
Maybe it's just the fact that it's like a phone call. Yeah, whatever. 15-minute walk. Not bad. Close. I walked to school a while ago. Maybe I'll walk to school again.
How long does that take you?
It's cold. Takes an hour.
It's very cold.
It's very cold and it's not too pleasant, but it's kind of interesting.
I've been walking home because I do that, and it's very cold.
Yeah, it didn't rain at all this week, though.
Okay, so you know the hoodies we have in, like, our the picture for this podcast, for example. The ones you drew. Yeah. We have the matching ones up. You know how they're not warm at all?
Yeah.
On Tuesday, I walked home wearing that as my hoodie. No shirt underneath it or anything. Or, well, not that one exactly. The newer one I have. But yeah, I was very cold.
The white one. Yeah, you should get another sweater. Like, I've been wearing, I don't know, long sleeve shirt and, like, 2 jackets.
I have a nice
lately.
jacket. I just haven't washed it yet. I still need to do that. So.
Yeah, I know those jackets are really expensive.
But yeah, I have a nice
I don't really have that
jacket.
many warm jackets, but I've been wearing like, I don't know, a hoodie, long sleeve shirt, and then a jacket on top. So that's 3 layers.
I have a nice jacket. I just need to wash it.
Yeah, should do some washing. I don't have a huge.
It would have been
like
fine,
that.
but Chiso went and peed on it, so I need to wash it.
Yeah, gotta get that Chisaw pee off of it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fine. Then I'll wash
And
that.
also,
But it's very hard to
find
fit
that-
in my locker.
oh yeah, that's I haven't been wearing the. My mom has a big jacket, and she says I could wear it, but I haven't been wearing it, and I don't know if it would even fit in my locker at all.
Yeah.
How thick are your lockers? Are they like small?
They're not
Or
that
they-
small, no. It's just kind of difficult to get it in there and out and whatever.
Yeah, mine is like, it's like as tall as me, but it's really skinny.
I have a full-size locker. It's fine, but like, it's just with my backpack and all my stuff, it's like, there's just a jacket in the way all day. Because I like going through my stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes I put my skateboard there, and I can't fit my bag in it.
And then I have the problem with my locker of the hooks they have are really terrible. So you can't hang anything up. Everything just sits on the ground.
I mean, the hooks that we have aren't bad. My backpack, the hook is broken though, so
Yeah, I just had to.
gotta hook it on the handle.
I've been using a backpack where the hook's broken too. It's very annoying, but I didn't
Yeah.
hang it up anyways, so it's not that big of a deal for me.
The hook really helps. Like some of my jackets, it's so when I'm hooking jackets up, it's like it's so much better when they have a freaking tag that you can hook it on. You know, instead of like having to use the hood or like the neck, the cuff of the jacket to hook it up. It's not ideal. And they always just like fall off because I have 3 jackets on the same hook or something.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
But then when they have that little tag thing, the little handle just designed specifically to hook it onto things, it's so much better. It's so much easier.
Yeah, I guess. It's just with mine, they have like the hooks are basically flat, and so it doesn't work that great.
Flat, like square.
They're
hooks?
angled. They're like square, and they're
Oh,
angled
yeah.
up slightly.
I think I know what you
But
mean.
they got pulled down, so they're basically flat. Like they're basically a 90-degree angle with the wall,
Yeah.
and so nothing really hangs on them anymore. So I've just given up.
Yeah, I don't see why that would work. Things are just gonna slide off while you're in class or something.
So I just stopped doing that because I'm not putting my laptop up on there. I don't trust it.
Yeah. Do you have a shelf in your locker?
Yep. It's at the halfway point because it used to be 2 lockers, 2 half-size lockers until they screwed it together. And so
I would put my laptop there.
my laptop usually goes at the bottom with everything. And then my backpack goes in the middle if I'm not using my laptop. But I usually have my laptop with me. Because I need it for classes.
Me too. I have it like all the time, and I freaking dented it because I just bring my backpack a lot of places. Forget I have this in there because it's so light. Give us heavier laptops.
I have a heavier laptop, but it has this nice case and everything. So I'll just put it in the bottom with my binder.
I would not call the case that they gave this laptop nice. Like the orange thing?
Yeah, that doesn't really work. I have my full case.
It's
and whatever.
not really good at all. So many people like take them off or like break them. Mine's cracked. It's cracked in the bottom.
But yeah, it works. Whatever.
Yep. This case, I don't know if it works. I don't think it really helps the computer that much, but it makes them look uniform. I think that's the point. They're all orange, so they know they're all from the school.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's mostly what it's for. When I first got one of these, I thought that you couldn't take it off. I didn't know it was a case.
So yeah, not a good case.
Yeah, it's not a good case. And the ones that came before this are blue. Like, Mateo has a blue one. And the ones that came after it for, like, the 6th graders, like, last year are green. So they're changing the colors. The one I have is orange.
So then
like, every 5 years they change the colors or something. I think it's just because they want to get new computers, like, the new Mac or whatever, because they get deals on it.
Your school spends money on weird things.
I know! It's really, really bad with money.
Like, I've never seen any school that gets new... Like, everyone always complains about school computers. Because they're often, like, XP computers.
Yeah. My school has, like, a bunch of Mac computers in the library that you can use that they don't even need.
Yeah,
and
why
like
would
everyone
you need those? When you're giving everyone a laptop anyway.
And it's a nice laptop. Even, they have a bunch of, the white MacBooks from, like, 2012 or something, 2013?
Yeah.
Maybe even a bit older. They sort of have a bunch of those, and they don't use them because they replace them by the MacBook Pros. The blue ones. So they have all these useless Macs, too, that they don't use anymore. And they just keep getting new ones.
Yeah, most schools, like, I know... My schools they have this program where they get cheaper computers. But they get cheaper computers because they're getting, like, real cheap computers because businesses will upgrade and then schools can get those computers.
Oh, yeah. My uncle gets some of those computers for free.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes. Schools can also do that. And so that's what all my schools have done. They're not paying for these computers. They're just getting ones from businesses who went and upgraded because those computers are shit. And so they're all really slow. But they work.
Apparently there's some sort of school Mac deal, but how good of a deal can it be? These Macs are so ridiculously expensive.
It's like, you're still paying a lot of money, I'm sure, for that many computers.
Yeah, and the kids, it just makes them distracted in class.
Like, I think it's useful for the kids to have computers in class. But it's like, when someone graduates, will they give the new kid their laptop? Like,
I know, I don't know what the deal with that is exactly, because when someone graduates, what happens to their Mac? I'm not quite sure.
Because it would make sense to me, the same thing you do with textbooks, it just goes on to the next kid.
Yeah, I would think so too, but they got the green one. And also there are students in, like, grades under, or in my grade, the new kids, none of them got blue computers from, like, 12s that graduated last year. What happened to all their computers? Like...
Don't know.
I don't know. Why do some people get blue computers and some people don't? They're just heavier. Like, the blue ones are, like, a little bit heavier than these ones. That's the only difference. They work, like, fine. It's so stupid.
I don't get it. Like...
I don't either.
Like, I think it makes somewhat sense for a school because computers are really useful in this day and age. So, a school decides to get a whole bunch of older laptops. And, like, my school had the kewl, which was just a cart of laptops. Yeah, my school
also has one of those.
So we had like 3 carts of laptops, and the teachers would book them out and whatever. And then we had our 2 computer labs. But they're all super old computers. And it's like, I feel like it would have been good for each classroom to have, like, a kewl or something.
Yeah, that was the case for me in, like, 7th and 8th grade. And, like,
yeah, my school didn't do that, but they eventually just got us all to buy computers. But yeah, the computers were terrible. But it worked.
Yeah, I remember when I was in, like, I don't know, 6th, 5th grade, we had one of those kews. They were really tiny computers, and they ran Windows 7 on them, so they weren't that bad. Like, they were fast enough. They ran Word fine.
Okay, but I don't get where my school got the laptops for the kewl for. 'Cause, like, they were so big. Like, they were, like, full on, like, they were thick. Like, really thick.
Like how? Like, what kind of computers?
Like, they were laptops, and I didn't recognize the brand, but they were really thick. They were, like, 3 times the size of my computer. Maybe
Holy
only
crap.
two, maybe like 2.5. And like,
And your computer's already 2 times the size of this school one I have.
yeah,
That's
so
really
they
small.
were really thick and they were really boxy. Like, they didn't have any of these rounded corners that are common in laptops. They were super boxy.
Yeah, so they were like...
And I didn't recognize the
2010.
brand. Like, I didn't know what brand they came from. They looked like some knockoff brand, I guess, because, like, where did they get these laptops from?
That's a good question.
They worked, and I'm sure they didn't cost that much money. So...
They worked with, like, Word and Chrome and stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it really needs. Because they shouldn't be able to run things like Steam, because or else someone's going to download Steam and start playing video games.
Yeah, kids are always playing video games during class now.
So if your computer's crappy, it can only run, like, PDF, Adobe Acrobat, whatever. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need.
One of the problems with the school and having us all buy our own computers is they can't tell us we're not allowed to download anything.
Yeah.
They don't get that, they don't get to do that because it's like, we brought in our own home computers. We're allowed to download whatever we want. And so they can't go, no, you can't download Steam. You can't download these video games. They can't do that because it's our home computers.
Yeah, you can download Steam on your home computer.
Yeah.
It's your God-given right.
Yeah, they can't download any of the software that lets them watch their screens. Because I always had that with the computer lab, of the teacher could just pop into and look at your screen. They can't do that with our computers.
I've heard rumors that you can do that on these ones, but I don't know if that's even possible.
I think
like when I bring them home and I bring them to like Starbucks or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it is when they're on the Wi-Fi and whatever.
Yeah, well, on the school Wi-Fi, I'm sure they do.
Like, the school can check our search history, but they can't just... And they can check what we're searching at a time, so if we are doing something on the internet, they could look at it if they really want to, but they can't just pop into our screen without us knowing. Which makes it very difficult for tests, because they let some kids do tests on the computers. And it's like, so how do you know these kids aren't cheating? Like...
They probably are, chances are.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Like, generally they have to have their computer screen turned towards the teacher so the teacher can just look up and see. But, like...
That's pretty funny.
Not everyone, and not every teacher enforces that. So.
There's this weird thing, like, I go to some lunches, and I don't know if your music class has this, but, like, they have little rooms within the big music class where you can, like, practice your instruments, like, soundproof rooms.
Yeah.
Your school probably has that too, and like sometimes kids just go in there and like, hide out on their computers and like play video games with each other, like younger kids. It's so weird, and they like just take up these rooms, and there's like 5 of them in there.
My school has one like soundproof room that they use for recording things in the library, and they're planning to make like a recording booth in the band room, which would be soundproof. That makes sense, but I don't know if they have any actually soundproof rooms other than the one in the library.
They're supposed to be soundproof, but you can still kind of hear through them.
The one in the library is really good. It's for tests and things. If a kid's late on a test, they'll go down to the library to do it if they're doing it during class. And then you can't hear the people in the library.
It's definitely not soundproof. It has a test room in the library.
It's supposed to be. I don't really ever go in there because I generally do my am at school for tests.
Yeah.
And in grade 12, they kind of stopped letting you do, like, if you miss a test, you have to do it on your own time, like at lunch or something. They don't let you do it during class.
Yeah, they don't let you do that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So that happened in, like, grade 9, I might have used it, but I haven't really used it since then.
Yeah. That's cool, though. It would be cool if they had a recording studio. I know my school has a lot of resources that they really don't take advantage of. Like, they have a theater, and they have, like, a radio station room, like, all kinds of stuff. They just, like, never take advantage of it.
Does your school have, like, a school radio thing, or...?
They don't anymore. Apparently they did, and it went really badly, so they don't have one.
It makes sense that that would go really badly.
I don't know how it went badly. It ended like 2 years ago or something. 3 years ago, maybe. They still have the signs up for it, though, which is pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Does your school have, like, announcements made by students?
No. They just have the announcement email. That the teachers...
Oh, so there aren't even overhead announcements? Like, speaker?
No, they don't use our
PA
system very much because it's really terrible. And so they just get the teachers to read out the email on the second block of every day. Or every day on the second block of the day, the teacher will read out the email. Or they're supposed to. Not everyone does it. But, like... I think one of my teachers has done it about 3 times this year, and that's like he was joking that this is his record.
That's awesome.
Because he's really bad at doing it. But then I had a teacher who always made it his goal to do it every single day. And he missed 1 day in the entire semester. But he didn't count that, because that's because he was busy doing like a field trip or something.
Oh yeah, I guess he straight up wasn't at school, so.
But yeah. So... different teachers.
I think the PA system is actually pretty important.
Our school just barely uses the PA system. Like, they never use it during classes.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Other schools use it during classes, and it's really annoying and, like, disturbs classes. So my school never uses it during classes. They only use it during breaks and things. But... like, certain hallways you just can't hear it in.
Yeah,
it sounds
the thing with
like
breaks
shit.
is that everyone is so loud.
No, it doesn't matter. If everyone was completely silent, you still couldn't hear it. It's just because it doesn't work great. Like, outside of the band room and in the band room. I always walk through the band room hallway, because we call it the band room hallway, because it only leads to the band room and 2 sets of stairs. So it's the band room hallway.
Yeah.
And so you just can't hear it. Like, I will walk, turn the corner into the band room hallway, and all of a sudden it becomes completely ununderstandable. And so, generally, if you get called on the loudspeaker, people will tell you, because someone will have heard it. And if you don't go, people will be like, oh, your name got called, because they don't expect you to hear it. Like...
yeah.
It's just so terrible. But yeah. It doesn't work great.
Yeah, but it's still good because it tells you, like, events that are going on in the school. Mm. And I would have no idea about them if not for, like, the announcements.
But yeah, basically the only thing is to call students to the office, and that's only during breaks and lunch. Because normally they just call the classroom, because each classroom has its phone, so they'll just call the teacher.
Yeah, they usually do that in my school too. Although, I did get called to the office when I lost my wallet, and it turned up, they called the school, because it has my school ID in it.
That makes sense.
And then, when I went to the office, like, they told me to call TransLink, or whatever, to go get it. Now that's really cool, I'm glad that I got it back.
Yeah. You want to do our quiz now?
Sure, quiz time.
Quiz time.
Quiz time, as they say.
You ready?
So what quiz are we doing today, Dana?
The nerd test.
Nerd test.
Yeah, the nerd test.
Yeah. We'll see who's more of a nerd. I see Nike ads. Who discovered the Neutron? I don't know, so I'm gonna guess Chadwick.
I'm also guessing Chadwick.
Paradox is... okay.
The blue button is true, the red button is false.
What is the Fermi paradox? The what? Why did I sign up for this? Where are all the aliens? The one where the boy goes back in time.
I'm gonna go with the only one that makes sense.
Which one?
The first one. That's the only one that actually makes sense as an answer.
The what?
No. I mean,
the one
sure.
where the boy goes back in time to kill himself? That's the last one.
No, that's the first one.
What? No. I'm gonna send a screenshot. It's the last one.
Can I go back and look at it? I don't think so.
I'm sending a picture.
I will also send you a
straight
picture.
up,
Oh,
straight
yep, they're in different orders each time.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I guess that's just randomized.
So
They're still
now,
added to
this
the-
time it's the third one, but I'm going with the one where the boy goes back in time to kill himself, because that's the only one that
That's
makes
the
sense.
only one that makes sense. I'm gonna go with the aliens.
Okay. How many galaxies are in our local group?
Ooh.
I'm
100.
gonna go with 30. I don't know.
There's a lot. I'm pretty sure there's a lot.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with 100.
You do that.
What hypothesis does Hubble's law support? The rate of expansion of our universe is decreasing. The rate of expansion of our universe is increasing. The Doppler effect. The expansion of the universe is constant. I feel like I've heard of this.
I'm gonna go with is increasing.
I think it's constant. The rate of the universe.
I think it's increasing.
It's constantly getting bigger, whatever. Anyway. What cell is the leader of the immune system? The dendritic cells. The dendritic cells. The neutrophil. The guard cells.
I'm gonna go with dendritic.
Me too. Because I said it twice. It's gotta be good. What is the most infectious thing about Ebola? I might know this. The fluids that you touch in general, the Ebola virus. What? The media behind it.
I'm gonna go with the fluids that you touch.
Yeah, probably. Me too. The fluids. How many times does the average human walk around Earth? 2 times, 4 times, 10 times, 5 times. I'm gonna say 4 times?
And I'll say 5.
Let's say 4 and you say 5. What is the condensation temperature of oxygen? Oh boy. Isn't it Kelvin something?
I don't know. It would be lower temperature, but it won't
Condensation is like it turns into water, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with negative 110 Kelvin, because I think that makes sense.
It's not the Celsius ones. It's neither of the Celsius ones. I'm pretty sure.
That's what I think.
I guess I'll do... I don't know what the deal with Kelvin is. I guess I'll do 90, just to be different than you.
Okay. What would happen if a black hole the size of a coin opened next to you? You would die. Yes.
Yes.
It depends if it had the mass of the coin or the diameter of a coin. That way you could see whether
it's the size of a coin.
And
so it's just...
That's
we don't know how thick
for
it is.
global or local. You would die because the black hole would suck you in and kill all of your cells. Would be individually torn apart. The deaths would only be local because the gravitational pull wouldn't be that strong.
I'm gonna say it depends on like the mass and diameter of the coin.
I'm gonna go with you would die because...
You would die because... What is the Malay parasite called?
I don't know.
Plasmodia, Plasmodium, or Pasmodia? I'm gonna say Pasmodia.
I'll go with Plasmodia.
Because Pasmodia seems like something that people would mispronounce as Plasmodia.
When awake, how many hours can your brain power a light bulb for?
What the heck? What does that even mean?
I'm gonna go with 24 hours.
I'll go with 48.
How many elements are there on the periodic table?
I'm
gonna go with 119.
I feel like this is something that I might be able to guess. I'm gonna go with 14. 114. All the red blood cells in your body are dying. You die? What? Oh dear, it's the worst thing I've ever spleen. That's a good one.
I'm gonna go with the worst thing I've ever spleen.
Me too. I like the spleen answer. I also like oh dear. What is adhesion? Excuse me? The interaction between particles on the surface of a liquid. The interaction between particles in a liquid. The interaction between particles with the liquid and its container. Well, I know what the word adhesive is. It's something that sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what it means?
No. Like, I know what, yes. But, like, in this case, I'm gonna go with interaction between particles on the surface of the liquid.
I'm gonna say
because of the picture.
interaction. Yeah, the interaction between particles with the liquid and its container.
Okay, go with that.
I'm gonna say that.
What did you get?
The picture, I got 36%.
I got 50%.
Ooh. I got a funny meme. Put this in the podcast.
I also got a funny meme.
Oh, okay. So let's see whose is funnier.
Mine's not very funny.
I weep for humanity. Oh no, it's not very funny. I got an emoji, a little Y emoji. Which one's yours? Send yours. Okay. Send pics.
This person really likes Sheldon.
Yeah, just him, like 40%. Did you get keep trying or getting there?
I got getting there.
Yeah.
I got 50%.
Exactly 50%?
The whore. Apparently.
The whore. So you got like 2 more than me or something?
Mm-hmm. Come
back next time. Good.
Most people apparently get 20%.
So we're better than most people. Both of us. I mean, actually... No. I qualified as that, actually. I'm like... I'm most people.
2 people that got 99%. No one got 80% or 90%.
I wonder if this person who got 99% just Googled all the answers.
Probably.
Yeah. Most people get the one you... No, most people got the one I got. Some people get the one you got, though.
Mm-hmm. Alright, shall we say goodbye?
Is that legitimate? Yeah, goodbye, and you can take the nerd quiz at home.
Bye, everyone.
See if you get anything else. Take care.
Yep.